Well, Monday night on Radio 2 brings the sound of the big band and Alan Dell. At 8:30, Sheila Tracy hosts another big band special with this week's guest singer Marion Montgomery, while at 9 it's jazz and Humphrey Littleton. But now it's time to join Alan Dell with the foot-tapping music of the dance band days.
Hello to you. This is my last dance band days for a couple of weeks. I really am painting the house this time. I know I've promised it in the past and never got around to it. And I'm not sunning myself in southern climes abroad. As a matter of fact, my wife started redecorating back at the end of July. First of all, me, and then our spare room, because my daughter and her husband were coming to stay with us for a while prior to moving north to Nantwich, where his job requires him. And now my cousin and his wife from abroad are with us, and I'm trying to persuade them to wield a paintbrush too. So far, no luck. Anyway, enough of these domestic observations. Here's the first of our records this evening. It's Billy Cotton and his band with vocalist Cyril Grantham in December 1931.
Nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you alone. I wanna be kissed by you, just you and nobody else but you. I wanna be kissed by you alone. I couldn't aspire to anything higher than feel a desire to make you my own. I wanna be loved by you, just you and nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you alone.
Another of the new Burlington series of albums, Billy Cotton's band between 1930 and 33. Not that any of the tracks are dated on this album. I've already commented, last week it was, on the varying quality of transfers on other albums in this series. This is, however, among the best that I've been able to listen to in detail so far. There's a nice bass response to the transfers. Perhaps a bit more lift to the higher frequencies would have been better. In fact, I was adding a little bit myself on that particular track. But on the whole, it's a very acceptable collection. In addition to Cyril Grantham, Alan Breeze, dear old Breezy, is well represented, and others who pop up with words are Sam Browne, Nat Ganella, Fred Douglas, and Leslie Holmes. The earliest track is the well-known Bessie Couldn't Help It, and the latest of the 18, well, there are a couple of tunes, actually, from a Maurice Chevalier 1933 movie, A Bedtime Story. There's In the Park in Paris, and Look What I've Got, on which Alan Breeze does his Chevalier impression.
heart, look what you got. Haven't we got fun? You have my heart, I have your heart. That's what love has done. You've got what it takes to make me happy, and I've got a heavenly view. Look what she's got, look what he's got. Look what I've got you.
Belly Cotton and Alan Breeze on the new Burlington album release, which is called That Rhythm Man. The LP number is Burlington BUR 007, and the collection is also available in cassette and I believe CD form as well. Now a note from Jeremy Satherley of Rochford, Essex, who asks if I could play a Jack Jackson recording from October 1934, on which that talented American artist, Alberta Hunter, was the guest vocalist. She was appearing in Cabaret at the Dorchester at the time, and she got a number of titles with the band. Mr. Satherley rightly says that there was a Jack Jackson reissue, it was on World Records actually, some years ago called Make Those People Sway, which now seems to be unobtainable, and which included this number. What you go on to suggest, in order to get it, Mr. Satherley, is strictly against copyright rules and is definitely not permissible. So enjoy at least this reproduction of Two Little Flies on a Lump of Sugar.
But like two little flies on a lump of sugar, we'll find it all so sweet. And we share a maple sundae, we consider it a treat. And like two little flies on a lump of sugar, we'll find it all so sweet. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll open up my eyes to find our dreams have all come true. But till tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be employed making love to lovely little you. Life is ever milk and honey in the moonlight when we meet. But like two little flies on a lump of sugar, we'll find it all so sweet.
Two Little Flies, On a Lump of Sugar, Jack Jackson's Dorchester Hotel Orchestra, and Alberta Hunter, reissued, as I said on the old World Records album, Make Those People Sway. In fact, the ladies very much dominate the rest of these dance band days memories this evening, which is nice. It's usually the other way around, with the men getting most of the songs. Now, I wonder what the odds are of two cards arriving within a day or two of each other, asking for two Ambrose recordings, which were made at the same session, and the tunes are from the same film, and yet the cards come from opposite ends of these islands. Well, I'm going to play them both in the order in which the requests arrived, and not as they were recorded. First, Marjorie McGibbon of Edinburgh would love to hear Vera, Lynn and Sam Browne with Ambrose in Lord and Lady Who's This.
Odd how people will nod whenever you strike a pose.
I'm like Cinderella tonight,
and I am your fellow tonight.
When we appear, we're certain to hear
a series of ahs and ohs. Oh, the music will blare, the people will stare.
The moment they see us anywhere, I think they'll think we're Lord and Lady Who's This.
I can picture just how the waiters will bow.
Well, liable to be a social wow. I'll bet they'll bet we're Lord and Lady Who's This.
We'll be rubbing elbows with the best society, and when we do,
they'll observe some hidey-hidey they never knew.
We'll be happy until the music is still.
But baby, when they present the bill, I think they'll think we're Lord and Lady Who's This.
Flourishing his trombone section, and the voices of Vera Lynn and Sam Browne in Lord and Lady Who's This, written by the Messrs. Lerner, Goodhart and Hoffman for the film Gangway. Well, I guess they were an American team, because Sigler, Goodhart and Hoffman were, certainly. That was recorded on April the 28th, 1937, and it was the fourth and last number that the band cut on that particular session. The third number was the same film's title song, and that's the one that's been asked for by James Mackey of Milford-on-Sea, close by Lymington on the south coast. Mr. Mackey says it's 48 years since he last heard this. He thinks it an outstanding arrangement and wonders by whom. Could be Sid Phillips. And it has a vocal by the one and only Evelyn Dall.
please clear the way there. I've got to hurry, 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 so you'll pardon just a gentle shove. Can't stop to talk, can't tell you why. I can't even walk, I've got to fly. Ooh, gangway, I'm shouting gangway. I've got some kisses to deliver to a party that I've kissed before. I'll grab the first cab I meet coming down the street and hurry, hurry, hurry to the only one that I adore.
With Ambrose and Evelyn Dall in April 1937. After that pair of Ambrose records, we have a couple by Joe Loss. And the first of these has been asked for by Andrew Gibb of Glasgow, who, in his card to me, mentioned that Primrose, who's Harry Hayes' wife, first sang with Harold Garbutt's band at the Locarno in Glasgow, and he adds that she was a beautiful girl. Andrew, she still is. And I'll check out that with Primrose next time I see her. As a matter of fact, Harry, if you're listening, I've got some marvellous photographs for you. Now, how's this for dedication? I gather that Andrew is a fan of both the dance band days and our big band sounds, because he says he's given up a lot of time to both. Football on Saturdays, too. Well, that was when our big band sound programs were on Saturday afternoons back in the last part of 1969. Andrew has catalogued everything that I've played. He has details of the tune, the singer, the band, the year, the record number, etc. Okay, you probably know it already, but the date of your choice, Andrew, is May the 8th, 1939. It's on Regal Zonophone MR 3048, and it's Joe Loss, Chick Henderson, and Little Sir Echo.
Little Sir Echo, how do you do? Hello, hello. Little Sir Echo, I'm very blue. Hello, 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 hello. Won't you come over and play? You're a nice little fellow, I know by your voice, but you're always so far away.
Little Sir Echo, how do you do? Little Sir Echo, you're very clear. Won't you come over and play? You're a nice little fellow, I know by your voice, but you're always so far away.
Beatles echo, Chick Henderson and Joe Loss. And the second of this pairing of Joe Loss records is for R. Way, I think it is, of Aldershot in Hampshire, who says he was brought up on Joe Loss records, and Joe's vocalist Elizabeth Batey was his teenage heartthrob. So he would particularly like to hear her in the Kurt Weill, Ira Gershwin song from Lady in the Dark, Jenny. The Saga of Jenny, I think it was usually called. And Andrew up there in Glasgow for your records, the date of this HMV recording is May the 10th, 1944. Here she is, Elizabeth Batey.
Jenny, poor Jenny. You see, Jenny would make up her mind. There once was a girl named Jenny, whose virtues were varied and many, excepting that she was inclined always to make up her mind. And Jenny points a moral with which you cannot quarrel, as you will find. Jenny made her mind up when she was 3. She herself was going to trim the Christmas tree. Christmas Eve she lit the candles, tossed the tapers away. Little Jenny was an orphan on Christmas Day.
Oh, Jenny, bright as a penny, her equal would be hard to find.
She lost one dad and mother, a sister and a brother, but she would make up her mind. Jenny made her mind up at 22 to get herself a husband was the thing to do. She got herself all dolled up in her satins and furs, and she got herself a husband, but he wasn't hers.
Oh, Jenny, bright as a penny, her equal would be hard to find.
Deserved a bed of roses, but history discloses that she would make up her mind. Bucket at 76. Jenny points a moral with which you cannot quarrel, makes a lot of common sense. Jenny and her saga prove that you are gaga if you don't keep sitting on the fence. Jenny and her story points the way to glory to all men and womankind. Anyone with vision comes to this decision: don't make up, you shouldn't make up, you mustn't make up, or never make up. Anyone with vision comes to this decision: don't make up your mind.
Elizabeth Batey with Joe Loss and Jenny, who would make up her mind. Apart from the last two records, all the others were on the short side this evening, all under 3 minutes, which leaves me a little space to say that while I'm away, that's the next couple of Mondays, this dance band, big band chair, will be occupied by Roy Oakeshott. Now, he broadcasts, I believe, for local radio down Devon Way, has been doing so for some 10 years. And he's also a musician, plays clarinet and alto. And I'm sure that he'll keep the good sounds coming. I've not had the opportunity of meeting him, but I wish him well. Meanwhile, I still have a few big band sounds of my own to come this evening, but just to see us to 7:30 and close off these dance band days, a few bars of our old signature tune, Woodchopper's Ball. And it's Joe Loss again, of course. Now it's 7:30, and normally at this time we would have a cricket scoreboard, but this evening there isn't one, so that allows us an extra record in the next section. And we're going to begin it with big band sounds from the 1950s. The late summer of 1950, after an uninterrupted 15-year association with the RCA Victor Company, which produced some of the most memorable records in big band history, Tommy Dorsey signed a new deal with the Decca Record Company, and that recording of Dancing in the Dark, which also featured the trumpet, I'm sure it was, of Charlie Shavers, was one result. These were the so-called waning days of the big band era, but Tommy, who'd been one of its most formidable figures, attempted to keep the flag flying, and he did, until his untimely death in 1956, just a week after his 51st birthday.